Sean Flikke will have a few stories for you. Sean, when did you play here, bud?
93 to 96.
93 to 96. So we had a little retirement dinner for myself after all these years, and I was just so fortunate so many of them came back to celebrate with me in May. And Flick had a little piece of it, and he approached, his comment was, you were the guy that stepped in against Santa Clara with an 11-1 lead in the 8th inning, and you hit a line drive to left field single. That was your career highlight?
Yeah, a lot of people won't remember that. It was a Tuesday afternoon.
How many career at bats?
27 career at bats at Stanford University. First, let me just say this. They don't know everything here, okay? There's a lot of things that they're going to miss when you're here this week. So don't get too discouraged. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown of what my camp experience was like. Is there anything that I missed that you want to?
No, I want you to preface the one story with your bunting experience here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Stanford baseball, kind of a serious operation, okay? The practices here are planned to the second. That means Coach Marquis has accounted for how much time it should take you to sprint from the corner of the batting cage to the right field line to do a base running drill. So it's very, very organized. We were doing a bunting drill up top, and this is pre the $1 million upgrade on the cages. We had the old single wheel pitching machines. Balls are damp, the old dimple balls, and the balls are going all over the place. Coach Marquis, we call him 9, he gets about 11, 12 cups of coffee in him before practice starts. So he's amped. We're at 40 feet away, and he's got that thing throwing 116 miles an hour, just rifling it all over the place, just boom, boom, boom. And before you can even get the bat down for the next one, the next one's coming. Ball comes straight at my face. I step back, give him a little glance. You know the glance, right? When you look at someone, the what the heck glance. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. The pitcher's always going to throw second strikes. Get in there. So I get back in there, next one, right at my chest. And this one actually scared me because I didn't know, when it comes like kind of center of your body, you don't know which direction to go. So I got dusted, I lay down, I popped back up, and inexplicably, I must have just been having bad blood sugar that day. I don't know what happened. I turned around, I threw my bat into the batting cage and screamed a word that you should never, ever, ever scream in front of your head coach. So he just said, hey man, real calm, just take it down to the field, just start running laps. I'll tell you when to stop. They finish 9 more drills and they start a scrimmage game, and they're playing a 9-inning full board scrimmage game. It's as hot as it was today. It's right at the beginning of fall. And I'm just running around and around and around and around and around. The guys on my team understand what's happening. So as I'm starting to waver a little bit in like the 7th or 8th inning, the outfielders are going, don't give up, Flick. Don't let them beat you. Nice friends. I think it was my 41st lap, the vision just starts to implode, and my knees start to buckle, and I just go face down in the left field corner, right underneath the 335 sign. True story. Wake up with them, they hose me off, and there's people standing everywhere. It was so embarrassing. Don't drop an F-bomb in front of your coach. That's the moral of that story, okay? It's hard for me to believe. I'm going to date myself. I turned 40 in 3 weeks. I sat at this camp. I swear it seemed like the day before yesterday that I sat at this camp. I was in your seat. I was so excited looking around trying to figure out who's good, who's not good, how good am I. I was actually under the delusion that I was going to be one of the 2 guys of the 100 that are going to play Division I baseball. I don't know where I got that information. My junior year, I had gone 2-1 on my varsity as a left-handed pitcher, blowing 76. I had 10 at-bats. But I got to camp, and I was just so fired up as a left-handed pitcher. Coach Stotts meets me for lunch in the door. He's walking around and gripping and grinning and sits down next to me. And he starts asking me about my grades. Well, I was a good student. He asked me what position I play. I'm a pitcher. What hand do you throw with? I'm left-handed. I got to start the first game on Sunken Diamond of the Stanford All-Star Camp in 1991. It was terrible. My line for the camp, I pitched 6 innings. I gave up 15 knocks, and they were all lasers, by the way. I mean, there wasn't a Texas leaguer in the bunch. I should have given up 22 hits. I had an unbelievable defense behind me. Those guys were incredible. 10 earned runs. The line was terrible, okay? I fly back to Washington, where I'm from. I'm from a little one-stoplight town in Washington called Cheney. Anyone from Cheney, Washington here today? Yeah. Anyone know? Someone clapped. Who knows where Cheney is? Yeah! Woo! Go Blackhawks. Okay. So I fly back, dejected, but anxiously awaiting you're going to get an evaluation. And it's written out, it's pro. And I get that letter, and I rip it open. I can't get the paper out fast enough, and I look, and the very first line of the evaluation says, "Dear Sean, you have a great personality." That really happened. But I'm telling you, what's that? Well, you were right. I do have a phenomenal personality, so thank you for that. Yeah, the blind date and the baseball evaluation, 2 places you do not want to hear you have a great personality. So here's what happened, though. And this is kind of a couple things I want to press upon you. Number 1, good luck, bad luck, it's tough to say. You know this story? Good luck, bad luck, tough to say? The story comes from thousands of years ago in Asia. Farming family, raising horses. The rancher, though, he's an old man. He has a son who's a stud. He's like the stud of the whole community. And by stud, I mean he's the real deal, okay? They have a prized colt, and this stud son of his is the only one who can ride this horse. One day, the horse just bolts, heads for the fence, jumps over, is gone. Neighbors all come around. Man, you lost your prized colt. What a bummer. Old man says, good luck, bad luck, tough to say. A week later, they're out tending to their jobs, and over the horizon comes the stud horse and like 100 wild horses who have like glommed on because they're pack animals and are following him, and the horse brings the entire herd right into their ring. Open the door, let them all in. All the neighbors run over and say, man, 100 horses? You're set. Old man says, good luck, bad luck. It's tough to say. Someone's got to break those horses. Someone's got to teach them how to be rideable horses. So the son goes out to start breaking the horses. Starts breaking the first horse, gets bucked off, shatters his leg. Everyone's like, man, your son's down. You got no one to help you now. Old man's like, good luck, bad luck, tough to say. Next week, the government declares war on their neighbor, their sworn enemy. The army starts marching through the countryside. They need 18-year-old virile young men to go to war to fight to die. Son can't go. Got a broken leg. Good luck, bad luck, tough to say. You can go on like that forever. Good luck, bad luck, tough to say for me was, what had happened if I had pitched a little bit better here? What had happened if I had thrown 82 instead of 76? Could have ended up at a completely different place, but what happened for me was I got that evaluation and it said Division III baseball on it, and I said, they are kidding themselves because I've been to that campus. I am going to that school. So I applied and got in on my own. Called Coach Stotts in the spring. I said, I just got into school. I don't know if you remember me. He said, yeah, I remember you. And I said, well, I got into school and I really want to walk on. And he said, we just had 11 guys drafted this week. It's not a program that's real receptive to walk-ons. just want to be real with you. And I said, well, I'm not pitching anymore. And he goes, oh, thank God. Because of that evaluation, I stopped pitching and I just started hitting. And I walked on here and I had 4 of the greatest years of my life. Over 4,000 hours I put onto this field, and I got 27 at-bats. And I wouldn't do, if I had, I'd do it 1,000,000 times in a row to have the experience that I had. 1,000,000 times in a row. Good luck, bad luck, tough to say. If I could go back and talk to Sean Flikke at 17 sitting in that chair right now, this is what I would want to say to you. Slow down. Slow down. Yes, you're being evaluated. Let's just be real. It's weird. Okay, people are gonna be looking at you, watching how you run, how you throw, how you handle a strikeout. It's weird. It's an odd situation to be in. Okay? All of that stuff is external. I went way too fast. I went way too fast at this camp. I went way too fast through the first 3.5 years of my experience here at Stanford. And then I had another good luck, bad luck, tough to say happen. Studying for final exams my senior year, I've got 12 at-bats through 3.5 years. Studying for my last set of finals, writing like 5 papers. I've slept like 4 hours in a week, and I start to get a stomach ache. And I thought it was the foot-long burrito I had just pounded, right? Pain starts to increase. My girlfriend at the time was a soccer player here. She had great balance, so I thought it would be a good idea to have her walk on my stomach to try to push some of whatever was bothering me out, you know? Just side note, don't do that, okay? Don't. I'm not a doctor, but I just think it's a bad piece of medical advice. I get rushed to the emergency room. I have an emergency appendectomy in the middle of finals week, in the middle of my senior year of baseball. On paper, worst luck ever. I wake up in the recovery room under the influence of what I believe is called Demerol, which was awesome. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to play. I didn't even know what had happened. No one was there to explain to me this is what happened. So I was even sure if I was going to ever be able to play again. And my very first thought was, oh, I've been squeezing it too tight. I don't know why. All of a sudden it dawned on me, because it meant so much to me to get to play here. You know, baseball meant so much to me. I actually made it mean too much. And I was so tight, moving so fast, trying to do it right so hard, that I had just blown right past 3.5 years. And now you just, as you know in baseball, you don't perform well that way. And I said to myself in that recovery room that if I get another chance to play, I'm just going to slow down. Just slow down. And I stumbled into, that was the first moment, I stumbled into the greatest performance-enhancing drug of all time. It's not Demerol. Don't go and start telling everybody that. It's learning how to deal with your own breathing. The breath. It's the very first thing you do on this planet. It's the very last thing you're going to do on this planet. And it's the single most powerful performance-enhancing drug there is. You learn how to deal with your own body, deal with your own mind. And it's so simple as to be completely missed by most people, especially athletes. It's just to learn how to slow it down. I refused the Vicodin they offered me for the healing process, because I figured, oh, if they give me stuff, it's going to slow me down. I'm going to be stupid. So 1 week later, I took batting practice for the first time, and I just started messing around with what it would be like just to kind of just be slow. Because I know once the ball's in the air and the pitch is coming at me, the quick twitchers will take over. But I just wanted to see, could I slow it down? And two amazing things happened. Number one, the ball started looking bigger and bigger and bigger I had been looking at aspirin here for 3.5 years. That's what it was like to hit. I mean, we had first rounders all the time. You guys throwing 95 and above. But when you're moving too fast, when you're tight, and everything's try hard, even 87 or 84 looks like aspirin. And so the ball started to literally, the game slowed down. The ball started to look bigger. And I started to really feel like I could just almost see things happen before they happen. Like it was that in the zone feeling. Some of you might be in that zone right now. I had not been in that zone since T-ball. Okay, so it was awesome. 12 at-bats in 3.5 years. I got 15 at-bats in the last month. Got to start a couple games. We went on an absolute bender. We won, I think it's still a school record. We won 19 in a row. Good luck, bad luck, tough to say. I don't know what your evaluation is going to say when you finish this camp. But I can tell you that if you begin the process of slowing down, of learning how to deal with your own breath, being mindful of how you are when you get in the box, you're going to play a lot better than you are if you're tight, moving fast, worrying about what everyone else is thinking about. Okay? And you're going to have a lot more fun. Everyone, don't you hate when people are always like, stay positive? Stay positive. What does that even mean? Slow down. Slow down your breathing. That's an actual thing that you can do. Okay? And it will definitely help you out. I'm going to close with a song. Okay? Now I'm a musician. It's one of my many talents. This song is a baseball song. It's sort of a metaphor for my whole career, but I'm going to need some crowd participation from you. I can play it in a couple different styles, okay? The ukulele, I'm playing with an ukulele, but within the ukulele, you can go a couple directions. I can go like up-tempo rock and roll style on the uk. I can slow it real down, real beachy, okay, real reggae style if you need, or I can do a mashup, like reggae country. So just raise your hand if you'd like to hear straight up old school rock and roll. Straight tempo, but 1, 2, 3, 41. Okay, perfect. Who likes that beach vibe, that reggae vibe, real chill? We in California, I got flip-flops on. Let's not take it too crazy. 168, okay. Who wants the fusion reggae country vibe? They want the fusion reggae country. If it sucks, you ask for it, okay? Ball meets bat, I'm tearing out of the box. Shoes all shine, blue socks are pulled up high. Man, I think I can fly. Round first, now I'm headed for 2. Hey, shortstop boy, I'm talking to you, here I come. This is gonna be fun. Ready to slide, but the ball's not there. I hit the bag, hang a left, man, I feel like my hair is on fire. I got a new set of tires, Michelin's. Digging hard now, I'm headed for 3, but my third base coach is falling down on his knees screaming, no! Uh-oh. I keep it rolling like a big freight train. Nothing to lose but everything to gain. And what's a little pain? Ready to slide, but there's still no throw. My legs scream stop, but my heart says no, so I go. Uh-oh. I'm digging hard. I'm gonna score that run. But the catcher's as big as a 2-ton hairy gorilla. This ain't gonna be fun. We collide like a bug to a wall. The last thing I remembered was the umpire screaming, foul ball.